Emanuel Augustus had a fight too one time that he completely dominated, and the scores was crazy. Like one judge had like a 99-92 against Augustus.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who he was fighting.
They brought that man in as an opponent, and they were just determined that he was going to be an opponent, and whoever was supposed to win was going to win. Boxing the wild, wild west.
Listen, man, Emanuel Augustus had a crazy style that I think.
I love Emanuel Augustus.
He gave a lot of people problems.
He gave Dollar Bill problems.
Yeah, and you talking about Floyd?
Yeah, that was Bill Haney called him Dollar Bill.
He definitely gave him big major problems. But the thing about him though,
I like that fight for Floyd.
He had a lot of fights that he probably should have won.
Plenty of them. He got robbed a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
got robbed a lot.
He probably had a lot of fights that he probably should have won, but the
way he fought Floyd, he definitely had some fights he should have won. If that was typical of his style, they stopped that fight. They shouldn't even stop that fight.
Yeah, in the 11th or the 10th.
They shouldn't. Yeah, they
9th, 10th or the 11th.
They shouldn't even stop that fight.
Yeah.
Talking about something wrong with his ear.
Yeah, he was a dog though. I really want to address the judging, man, especially in amateur boxing because we directly involved in amateur boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to address it because it's just, we see it a lot. We see bad decisions a whole lot.
We see bad decisions, but until more of us who complaining about those decisions become officials and actually are judging fights from that standpoint, then, it's kind of hard to complain. Because, on the one hand, we sit back complaining, and on the other hand, we're not doing anything to effectuate the solution. We got to become officials. We got to judge shows. You know what I'm saying? From that standpoint, and just go through the process and just shadow, like Bobby Whiting is doing right now.
Who?
Bobby Whiting.
Why you name calling, man?
I'm trying to give Bobby a shout out. He been talking so much smack.
I told him I was gonna bring him on here so he can
tell Bobby ass up. Bobby don't want this smoke.
Stop name calling, man.
What? I'm trying to get Bobby. That's my boy.
Yeah, he's my boy too. But what do he need a shout out for? He selling something?
Gonna bust his head to the white meat on a debate.
What y'all gonna debate on?
Don't matter. We can debate on flowers. I'll kill him.
Yeah, but
don't matter what we debate on. We can debate on the green grass, and I'll bust Bobby head to the white meat. Don't matter.
What's gonna be your stance?
Anything contrary to his, and I'm gonna kill him.
Bro, I don't know how you always draw me into this stuff. I just was trying to figure out why you name calling. Anyway, so we're
gonna get to the name calling. Why? But come on, keep on.
What you mean?
No, keep on. As we tear through this thing right here, we gonna get to it. Come on, keep on.
What you mean? Get to the name calling?
Oh, we're gonna get to the why I brought Bobby's name up. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh,
keep going.
The controversial stuff with Devin and Ryan.
Terry on. Let's Terry on. Come on.
I think, again, I really want to get off into the contrast of the pros and the amateurs. I think the amateur style officials is more. I think it's easier to be corrupt at 5 judges in the amateurs.
No, is this a professional opinion or is this opinion based on emotion?
No, I don't deal with emotion. But I would say it's a professional opinion. But I would also say I've done this enough to know. Listen, I'll give you an example. Okay, USA Boxing is the governing body for what?
USA Boxing
for Olympic style.
For Olympic style boxing.
USA
the
Olympic
system.
Style boxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not trying to make you pros.
No.
So you come up in there. You have a pro style. You're a boxer. And then you go up against somebody who's just being aggressive. This happens a lot with the little guys, but it happens a lot too from time to time with the older ones. But with the little guys, it happens a lot where you see a boxer who's just coming forward punching and they scoring for him versus the boxer. They scoring for him and he might not even be that effective.
Yeah, it definitely happens at the younger levels. At the
younger
just rock'em sock'em robots
because
kids who trying to box and use the sweet science, they're gonna be at a disadvantage just from the overly aggressive kid from that standpoint.
Right, but it happens too when you get up in the youth and elite level. It happens there too, where people just boxing in a certain style versus another style. Like if somebody if somebody's just coming forward with a lot of pressure, punching every 2-3 seconds, you know what I mean, and using that Olympic style versus somebody who is using a jab and controlling with distance, you know, he's more prone to somebody might say that's not my preference and judge against him.
That can happen. That's true, but that's where the subjectivity of it comes into play. I mean, you see that.
I mean, look at how many people. Look at how many people. Sorry to cut you off, but look at how many people that when they was amateurs, they fought each other, got dominated, but then when they turned pro, the other one was more dominant in the pros.
I get that. That's because they actually learned the sweet. They actually learned the sweet science. Hit and not get hit. But it's also the fact that I mean, we hadn't had an Olympic gold medalist since 2004. I mean, let's face it. I mean, the United States Olympic team has not been good since 1996. Right. You can't even remember who the hell was on the 2000 team.